Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. This is part 3 of the series where we're showing a bit more detail around Innisfail. So stopping at spots for a few seconds longer than usual instead of just walking past. Like stopping like this. It is currently 3 PM on Friday the 13th of June 2025. Current temperature is, just give me a few seconds, currently 23.5 degrees Celsius, feels like 20.2, 51% humidity, 0 millimeters of rain since 9 AM today, 24 kilometers per hour wind gusts, at an east southeasterly 22 kilometers an hour wind. So there you go. This is the BP. Just come out of McDonald's. There's a McDonald's here. Innisfail McDonald's. This is Innisfail, Queensland, Australia. The last two of these sorts of videos had no talking, but this one I thought I'd add a bit of voiceover to this one. Let's see how we go. So there's your BP. If there's any flickering on the signage, that's just from the camera. It's not like that in person. Straight across the road is the new KFC, corner of Lily and Ernest Street. So hopefully these vehicles will go before we go across, so you can see a little bit from this side of the road. All these vehicles go, well, yeah, you'll be able to see quite good. The new sign's up. So like I said, we'll show as much detail as possible by stopping and keeping the camera facing that direction for X amount of time. So you can see a little bit more detail. Take your time to look, take your time, if you know, you know. So we'll walk past there, show what we can. There is people coming, so it makes it a bit harder. Always does, there's always somebody. Might go down the side street and show it that way, down Lily. That way when there's the opening here, we can stand there for a few seconds and show it. Can't show too much because someone will come along, I guess. Usually how it works. There we go. It's about as much as we can show, and we'll go down the side street because there is things happening at Gladys Street, near where the old Chain Link used to be. There's a guy watching me like a hawk. Someone driving past was watching me like a hawk. There's your drive-through. This part here, it's hard to show with all this barricade stuff up. I mean, I could put the camera over it, but there's probably someone in there. It's likely to say something. We'll see what happens when we get to this corner, what we can show. A bit more detail. That's about the best we're going to show. Like I said, try and show as much detail as possible. There's a McDonald's car park. Like I'm walking a lot slower than usual, so we can see more detail. Not intentionally showing some people's houses, whatever showing straight ahead shows. Left and the right. Of course, there's a random trolley. It's nothing new. That's Gladys Street, one that goes across here. And then the next one up is Charles Street. A random trolley. It is a Kmart trolley. Thought it was a Coles trolley at first, but no, it's a Kmart trolley. Probably see it written on there. Anyway, we'll keep heading down towards Member Health Limited, the old Sunlink in other words, same spot. So I wonder if this is going to get knocked down as part of this whole thing that's happening here. We'll show it what we can while it's still here. Might be just like it's happened when they did up the old Sunlink and changed it into memory. They changed this, become their like side office or something. That's what this is. The old Sunlink. But we stood there and showed it a bit more, but people come out the door. Can't really do that then. There's the old Allen's pools next door. The mums and bubs. It's hard trying to show each bit for as long as possible when there's people. That's the old Sunlink. This has been an empty block of land for a fair while now. We should be able to see it properly now. Hopefully that's showing up properly. So I'm only seeing it on the little camera screen. But like I said, we always try to show as much detail as possible, so we'll stand here for a few more seconds. Just shows that bit of progress. Trying to get the camera on the right angle. It's not always easy the way it works. There's the Department of Justice and the Attorney General Youth Justice Service Centre, Department of Communities, Child Safety, Disability Services, Child Safety Service Centre. Wow, that's a lot of words. There's a lot of government agencies in there. Wow. No smoking or vaping. That's good. They're putting vaping on signs now. It's a plus. There you go. Yeah, it's hard to show some of this. The businesses are open, the places are open or whatever. Like I said, you know, it's all detail. It's Bunnings, loading dock. I would assume that's what they'd use it for, because that's what Sam's Warehouse and the warehouse used it for back in the day. The lighting's not the best at this hour. It's getting lower and lower, the sun. Like, it'll be in the wrong direction for us. It'll be in our eyes after a while. This is where Plains Video, Civic Video, Video 2000. There was a job network in there for a while too. In the spot now, it's part of Bunnings. So. It's all very nice on the window and windows on the outside. I know this was built for Plains Video back in the day. Where that Don Lane had it built. Waited for the young lass to go past, so I didn't get her in video. Teenager. Always good to do the right thing and not show people like that. This here is supposed to have been either being knocked down or moved, but nothing's ever come of it. I was told that by someone who used to live in there at one stage. That's why she got out of it. Burson Auto Parts used to be the Black Marlin. It was also Mick and Mark's. So that was Black Marlin sort of restaurant, nightclub type of thing. We're trying to show, trying to show detail in this heat. That is getting warmer. It's not ridiculously warm though, so I'll give it that. This used to be the Golden Fleece. I remember Bell Service Centre being here. As I was told, it was Bill Bailey, and not the actor Bill Bailey either. It was a Bill Bailey that was a teacher, what I was always told. Anyway, someone coming, so we'll keep it facing the old Sepoy house for their privacy. Yeah, the sun's in the wrong place. No, 100%. Hey, how you going? Yep. Tech tune. When we go past the Rural Fire Service Queensland fire truck, not your standard red one, it's yellow. Don't know how well that showed up on video, which I very much doubt it did at all, but anyway. Yeah, when we get up to KFC, I'll show that a bit slower because it's moving to the new one that I showed just before in July of 2025, so they're saying on their signage on this version, this variant. If anyone can get some drive-through photos when they're going through, feel free and put them on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. That'd be great. Get our bit of video so get past. So we can see as much detail as humanly possible. Remember, this was bar track tyres before it was this. Yes, I remember it being bar track tyres. This is Charles Street. This one here. Thank you, Power Equipment. The phone and computer repairs place next to it. And there's Dub Street down there. Yeah, it's very busy this hour of the day, so it's harder to get anything, but we'll do it. It's good to show the way it is, because there's a Innisfail time capsule by video, really, showing what it's like, making time stand still, so you can look back 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, or even today, and have a look at it and see how Innisfail was. If you want to help keep this channel going, feel free to check the links in the description. Feel free to donate if you want to. Don't feel obligated, but liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, getting as many people that you know to subscribe, that always helps. It helps a lot, so feel free to do that. Much appreciated. Doesn't cost anything. There is a PayPal link. Anyway, let's continue along. Pets domain. This computer place does quite well, computer and phones place. Fixing it all. Used to be a blind and aluminium type place. This used to be IAS Mowers. I don't know if anyone remembers IAS Mowers, and then Ideal Electrical, and there was Carpet Corp was here at one stage too in this spot after the mower place. And Ideal Electrical where the doors are, the main entrance. This is all Pet's domain now. It's basically a pet supply store for food and different things for pets, animals. Furniture World hasn't been open for a long time. I remember this being Mitre 10 when I first saw it. Or as long as the furthest that I can remember back, I remember Mitre 10 being there. There might have been something before that I saw that I forget now. The Wyong Chinese restaurant, Chinese takeaway, been up for sale for years. Stopping and getting our detail as said. Back towards Furniture World and Pet's Domain. Innisfail Budget Backpackers. Used to be Innisfail Building Supplies and Simbab Kebab. Where the lower sign is, Simbab Kebab. The roller door and that. Steve LeCastro, Bibby. This was a job agency for a while. That's been for lease for a long time. And Super Cheap Auto, make it super. They were just zooming past, and they get up, stuck at the lights, and just put their brakes on pretty fast. Page Park over there. So if you can see the street light that's actually on, well, that's near Page Park. Coming up on Ibis Street and Repco, and where Better Home and Living Rec Division used to be. Where the original Roscoe's Pizza used to be down there too. So that building's completely gone and it's a different building in the same spot where Better Home and Living used to be. Show off Super Cheap. And back where we just came from. Yeah, very busy, but it is the Bruce Highway. For those who are watching from overseas and that, those Canadians that watch. Like Henry, shout out to Henry, Toronto Tech and Transit. Ibis in the front of Super Cheap Auto. Main entrance. And across to Repco. Where Better Home and Living, before that Rec Division used to be. And MLC Motors. That was built for MLC Motors, the one that's around in Tramway Street. Yeah, it's strange how they built it. Well, they weren't in there too long. And then they then they moved. They did up that one in Tramway Street. Finished that building off. People in the car park, so I can't really show over there. There's your Repco signage. One of the last remaining palm trees in that spot. Along here. Used to be all the way along, all the way up to 180, down to Kirby's Corner. There's the old Better Home and Living. Lots of history. And the old Lee Yik's Chinese restaurant. It's been closed since, I'd have to say the late 90s or very early 2000s. When I last saw it up for lease or whatever it was on realestate.com.au, I think it was on. It was still all set up in there. Very outdated, very not looked after, but all the stuff was still in there. The tables, chairs, all the and kitchen stuff out the back. This was Roscoe's at one stage. This was their second place. If you look on the Roscoe's Facebook page, you'll see pictures of it, at least the outside, and you'll see pictures of the one that used to be next to Leax, where they had charcoal chicken for a while. So there's your Ironman 4x4, Maurice Grasso motors. There was Tully motors, there was a few different ones over the years. You can go past those so you can see a bit of detail what it was like. It might change over the years, you just never know. And there's Bozo's parked in the middle again. Nothing new. They continue to do it, which makes it hard for you to walk past. I've had to walk out on the road before when the bins were there, because they've been right in the middle. They're clearing out the place, but still. You can see here. Imagine if you're a mobility scooter, a wheelchair, crutches, anything like that, calipers, any of those types of mobility devices. Keep your stuff there, you'd have to go out on the road. And to get out on the road, mostly you'd have to go down here and around. If you're coming from the direction I'm walking towards. Pelican Street, Coastal Marine and Outdoors. It used to be Grasso Motors when I first saw it. Epic employment car. Now we're up at 180 Edith Street. See remnants of the old Grasso motors, the tiles and that have been painted over. Stop here for a sec, see a bit more detail. Edith Street. We used to have Alice's Diner, Blockbuster Video, Big Tomato. Big Tomato took up that whole part all the way along the back there, where Jackson & Jackson, Wobble Inn and Poochie's Lounges, where they are now. We'll zoom in and show a little bit, as much as we can. It only does 2x zoom. Repco used to be on the end until a few years ago, till they moved to where they are now. They were next to Jackson & Jackson, where the seat is. You know. And the 180 sign, the iconic 180 sign, the other iconic one they took down. You can see it in some of my old videos, the old one. The one that used to be right here, where you'd go in this place, it'd say 180 Edith on one side, on the other side it was thank you for shopping at 180 Edith Street, or whatever it said. This is your 180. Not all those businesses are still in there. Hearing Jackson & Jackson's gone, Rain and Horns moved to down the Esplanade next to the old fish depot. Signal's still there, Tropic Cartridge and Printing's still there, Poochie's Lounge is still there, and the bike shop's still there. There you go. Windy Auto Wash, Carbuda Street. Car to go past. And there's some crazy drivers around. Where the ice machine used to be up here, Ice Ice Baby, it'd play when you bought some ice. Just here, on this ledge. Local garbage truck going down Castlereagh Street. Hopefully the camera doesn't overheat the way the weather is, it might. With the heat. Show a bit more detail here. This little bridge. Could do with a decent ramp up to it on the town side. Wouldn't be good if you had a wheelchair or whatever. Mobility scooter or anything. Innisfail Motors Group. Ugh. Itchy nose. Never helps when you're doing video. Used to be Carline mufflers and A1 exhaust. And the old drive-through bakery, the Gundy Hill Bakery. Beautiful and lots of owners over the years. Needs to pay this fix just up here. Very dangerous if you're walking when there's not much light, or you have trouble seeing. This part here, it's hard to show in video. It doesn't show how deep it is, but it's actually quite deep. Where the pathers have gone in. That's sold now. It was under contract for ages. Now it's sold. And there was people here this morning. There's your Castlereagh Street, where the Gundy Squash Club used to be. Across to Goodyear Auto Care, Goodyear Tire and Auto as it used to be called. Come along and hedge trimmed these things, some of them. It's the payphone or public phone that I showed the other day, so I don't need to show full detail. Actually, I might show you the actual buttons. I didn't really show them close up. Pause the video in any spot if you want to see more detail. It's hard when you get up closer, the more wobbly the camera gets for some reason. Coming up on Reese Plumbing and where Kirby's Corner Shops used to be. Reese Plumbing. Used to be Heyman's Electrical. advertising's been on here for so many years. I think they'd update their, it wouldn't be the local lot, it'd be the national thing, advertising campaign. And it's just been there forever. The same lady. I think her cheekbones would be hurting by now with that smile for so long. Anyway, there's back where we just came from. School bus coming, so you can have a look at that as it goes past. Trains north. Where the old Kirby's Corner used to be, the Kirby's Corner shops. Always sad to see they're gone, but what can you do? Hopefully something gets built here eventually, something decent. Red Rooster, something like that. Something that's going to last. A lot of people would use. Specialty stores really don't last in this town, so a lot of specialty stores have come and gone. Like independent things and that. So this is the way it is here now. Someone coming, so very nice if they left the seats here. Used to be payphones and stuff down here, and a Australia Post box, all that. Where Van Rich Home Improvements used to be, right next door there, down Station Street. Workout bus. The Kirby's Corner sign just there, hopefully they do it up one day and keep it there. Be nice to see it still around. And so I wish they'd do this all the way to town, put these over the guttering, the concrete ones. The metal ones come undone after a while. The nuts and bolts and that come undone. East Innisfail bus, school bus. This van go from Station Street, looking towards Gundy Hill. Cars just dove down here at full speed. Don't care there's someone trying to cross. But anyway. We walked on the other side of the road for part 2. I think someone had stopped and picked that up. It's too far in the middle of the road, I was going to move it well out of the way. But I don't want to race out there. Railway crossing at Gundy Hill. Going ultra slow so we can see as much detail as we possibly can. I think we do. These billboard changes quite regularly, have different things on it. these ones we make boxes, opal. Phone 3356424622. The site is 486001A. A for apple. There you go. Sunshine Coast truck. Sure, I saw one of them one day. I was walking past a Moon Diary recording across from McDonald's there, and there was one there near Hayman's of that with the mural on it, and I had a look at it and videoed it. Anyway, I stopped the video. We always stop around here so I can put the camera away and all that. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is Best of Times, keeping memories alive for us future generations to see. Check the links in the description. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, check out old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. If you have any old and new photos of Innisfail, G-rated of course, put them in the, feel free to add them on there. Make your own album if you want to, so we can all have a look and enjoy the photos. If you have any links to videos that I've never posted up on, I've never posted links to on old and new Innisfail photos, different people's Innisfail, or basically Babinda to Cardwell is where we cover when it comes to old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Best of Times Reborn on YouTube, or put cans and different places I go that I've got to visit and that. So anyway, stay safe, stay cool, and when it's raining, stay dry. And we'll make that pause go really long, and we'll catch you in the next one. The reason why I'm showing these is because some of these businesses don't exist anymore, and they may not by the time you're watching this. Like MG Pies has been gone for a long time now.